It's 14 minutes after 6 o'clock Pacific time, after 7 o'clock Mountain time. You're listening to us in Cranbrook at 101.3 FM. And talk to teenagers in Cranbrook, you'll hear complaints that there's nothing to do. But that could be about to change. Big Brothers and Big Sisters in Cranbrook has picked up a $100,000 grant to make the community more appealing for youth. Dana Oshovi is the organization's executive director. They hope to create what they call a youth engagement strategy, and we've reached Dana this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Chris.
Why is there nothing to do for youth in Cranbrook?
I think just like many smaller or interior communities, we have a lack of resources. We haven't really had a lot of trajectory on making things happen for youth, and so we really have this money as a real kick in the pants to get some cool stuff happening.
And what are the complaints you hear from youth generally?
Well, the number one thing was that it's boring. But I mean, I remember saying that when I was a teenager too. But there seems to be not a lot of opportunities for young people, either to take on leadership roles or to be decision makers, or even to have somewhere to go. And
so now you have this $100,000 grant. How exactly will you use that money?
Well, what I'm hoping to do is that we have a group together, and we really want to engage young people as full citizens. We want them to be able to make decisions when it comes to programming, visioning, engaging in our community and our organization.
And so what does that mean exactly?
Yeah,
I mean,
no problem. What we're looking to do is to start off with a kind of engagement strategy. So last night I was out at a table at the farmer's market just giving out flyers to every single young person that I saw. And I really want to get everyone together so we can talk about what our ideal Cranbrook looks like for youth, and then we can actually move on making that happen. Usually you kind of do a visioning exercise and you don't have any resources to make any of it happen, but we're really lucky because we can do all this visioning. We can decide what we want to do, and then we have money to make it happen.
And where did that money come from? I mean, how did you get your hands on that?
Yeah, well, it's actually from Columbia Basin Trust, which is a huge resource for people who live in the Columbia Basin region. And they have a program called Community-Directed Youth Funds, and they're giving that money to a whole bunch of communities in the basin.
And when you're starting on this process to try to make Cranbrook more engaging for youth and more interesting, do you have models of other communities where this has not only been done but actually has worked? Yeah, actually, Dawson Creek is probably one of my favorite models because it's not a very big community, but they did an amazing youth engagement process. Vernon also has a really good process in place. They have an amazing youth asset map that's online, and so we'll be using that as a model as well. And, of course, Vancouver has a whole youth council and everything like that. They've done tons of amazing work. Now, having a booth at a farmer's market is one thing, but I'm not sure how many teenagers are hanging out at the farmer's market. A lot of them are hanging out online. How do you bring social media into all of this? Well, that's sort of one of my number one tools to connect with our community. And so on Facebook, I was literally posting on every single young person I know on their wall about the event because it's the middle of summer, too. It's so hard to reach people. And so I used Twitter and I used Facebook and made an event and everything like that. And just really it's about relationship building. So the teenagers that I know, I'm going to get them to bring in teenagers. But walking up to people on the street, there was quite a few people out last night who were between the ages of 12 and 19. And what's the timeline you're working with here? Well, our first meeting is going to be held on Tuesday and from 4 to 7. And then we actually have another meeting on September 17th where Columbia Basin Trust is going to come into town, and they're going to do the final facilitation for us and get all of our ducks in a row. And Dana, if people are interested in this on Facebook, let's say, how can they get more information? Well, you can just look it up. It's called the Cranbrook Project, and so we have an event and a whole bunch of information online, or they can call me at Big Brothers, Big Sisters. And actually, do you have that number, Dana? Yeah, sure. It's 250-489-3111. Dana, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye now. Dana Oshovi is the executive director of Big Brothers, Big Sisters in Cranbrook. You can find them on Facebook at the Cranbrook Project if you're interested in getting involved in this youth initiative. You can also reach Dana at Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and that number, once again, 250-489-3111.